In this video tutorial, I'll be showing you how to fill a glass vessel with a mysterious gas in the Hitfilm 4 Express video editor. Now the first thing you want to do is go ahead and select your video clip with the glass vessel and turn it into a composite shot. Once you've done so, we will require some tracking so that any gas that you make actually stays in the flask depending on where you move your camera. So in order to do that, go ahead and select tracking, and then once you selected the plus sign on the tracking menu option, you'll see this red square and green square. Green one is for searching, red one is for choosing what portion of the video that you want to track. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so I can actually handle this. I'm going to go ahead and select like the inside of the red square, about center it and maximize it. About something like that maybe. I think that's fine. I'll move it down a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't I'll minimize the red square so I can get the green square. I'll go ahead and zoom out a bit by holding control and mouse wheeling back, and then go ahead and increase the search box to about maybe this much. This is fine. So I'll go ahead and hit the track from the track controls, hit the forward button, and if it doesn't move much, what you have to do is just manually move the scrubber along until the bottle moves a significant amount. Go ahead and move the tracker a bit. This is just manually doing the tracking, and let's see if the machine goes ahead and performs the tracking, which it is now doing. Now this is going to take a little while, so I'll skip ahead until it now it stops over here. Then you just again manually make it track, maybe about this much, and then again. And mind you, in the next video clip I'm going to be showing you how to do the same thing, but for a glass vessel that you zoom into then zoom out. Hopefully I'll be able to show you how to do that. Now let me see if it does the tracking automatically, and there you go. And when it loses place like that, go ahead and just press the space bar. Go ahead, reposition this to where it looks like it's the center, and go ahead and start that all over again. Not by the space bar, but again by the track forward control. Okay, so once it's done with the tracking, the next step is to go ahead and make a point and pair the point, not pair it, but first copy all of these keyframes to the point. So in order to do that, go ahead and make a new layer. Go ahead, select point, and now you have a new point. Go back to the glass flask layer, go to the tracker layer, go to where it says apply to layer, go down to where the layer is and choose the new point. Go ahead and left click the apply button, and now once you've applied the keyframes to the point, you can see them right over here. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to viewer, and you can see all of these keyframes. Now the next thing to do is go ahead and make yet another new layer and make it a grade layer. And with this grade layer, what I'm gonna do is add a mask to it. So go ahead and select the mask over here, and then just make a mask. It doesn't have to be perfect. When you want to change the size of the mask, go ahead and use the cursor icon over here, tooltip, and just manually try to make it fit the flask. Of course, zoom back all the way to the beginning. That would help. And I'll go ahead and get this done. Now the purpose of the mask is basically I'm going to be telling the computer where I want the glass cloud to be on the video, and I think right about here is just fine. So okay, so over here is the mask, Now what I want to do is go ahead and apply a cloud effect. Go ahead in the search menu over here. So cloud, okay, not under media, but first select effects. Go ahead and search for cloud, and go ahead and just add this cloud to your mask. And now you see this cloud, cloud effect, but it doesn't look nice. The next thing you want to do is select your grade layer, right click, go to where it says blend, go to add. So once you've added that, we want to now do a couple of things. First thing I'm going to do is add a hue shift, because a white cloud isn't that interesting. We want to make it look more dangerous, more mysterious. So go ahead, type in hue, go ahead, get drag hue colorize, and plop it on your effects for the grade layer. Now I'm going to go to controls, I'm going to go to hue colorize. For it to work, you need to make sure that hue strength is 100 as it was. You need to set the saturation to 100. Now you can choose a red gas, green gas, just by changing the shift of the hue. And I'll go for maybe something like neon green, something like that. That looks pretty dangerous. So there you go. That's how you set the color of the gas cloud. The next thing we need to do is make the gas cloud look more like it's actually inside the flask. So in order to do that, go to your mask over here, right over here. I'll actually I'll close these. Go to mask, go to give me a moment, I found it. Go to the shapes option. Go ahead, and what you want to do is the feathering strength you want to change to a certain number. But before you do that, well, actually I'll show you what happens if you do it from here. If I change it to 10 or maybe something like 100, you'll notice that the gas cloud is escaping the flask, and maybe that'll be a cool effect for a different video clip, but I don't want to do that. I want the gas to be contained, so you only select the in. That way the gas stays inside the flask, inside the mask, if you will. And so once you've done that, give it a good amount of feathering. So if the flask gets bigger or smaller because of the where you place the camera, so it zooms in or zooms out just by small increments, it still looks like it's inside the flask. So maybe we want something 120 is not bad. Maybe I'll stick with that. And roundness is just how round it is. Well, I couldn't really figure out roundness, but feathering has a better works a lot better. So I'll go ahead and leave it at that. Other than that, the next thing you want to do, actually I'm just going to close all of these menus, and then I'll show you what the next thing you need to do is. Alright, so we went ahead and made the gas cloud. It's in the flask, but when we go through the video, we want to make sure that the gas stays inside the flask. Like right now, it's not inside the flask. So in order to do that, go ahead and let's see, make sure you pair the new point. Well, let me try from here first. Go ahead and pair the new grade to your new point. And then if you go to a different part of the clip, you'll notice that the gas is staying inside the glass flask. And yeah, it works. I'll go ahead and give you a video of the clip, and so you can see how it works. So here is this nice lab equipment I got. It's broken, but you can see what it is. So there you go. That's how you contain a gas inside a glass vessel in the Hitfilm 4 Express video editor. I bet you could do this also for different glass vessels. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'd appreciate if you like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to request a tutorial, feel free to request a tutorial in the comments below, and I'd love to make a video for you. Bye.